Hello Nidorinas and Nidorinos, it is KingNido here and we are coming to you from Glacado City today where the Nordics are hosting the Saffron Power Links and the very physical fighting types will have the advantage over the Nordics. We will see if they can take it to them and the Nordics looking to redeem themselves after losing last week. Let us know in the comments below who you think is going to win as we send it down.
3, 2, 1, go!
The Nordics are out to prove that they are not a glass cannon side, but it will be Annihilate and Serena, the terrestrializing Pokemon for the Saffron Power Link starting out. But it'll be Titan and their own terrestrializing Pokemon in Houndstone starting out for the Glacado Nordics. But there it is, the kicking, Fiend, Serena turning into that fighting type, losing their grass typing. So they will still have that weakness to flying types. But here's Houndstone losing that ghost typing, so it will no longer be immune to the fighting types. In fact, it's going to gain a disadvantage against the Saffron Power Links. Surely the Nordics are coming in with some type of strategy if they're hoping to win here today. They do not want to go 2 losses in a row to start the season, but it is an Amnesia by Annihilate to start off this matchup, giving itself a huge special defense boost, and it's Titan going for an energy ball, which won't be resisted by Serena, as it is no longer the grass type. Serena going for its first move with the round onto the ice type Houndstone, taking a little bit of damage there as Houndstone responds with the magic room, making it so that all held items will lose their effect. Now every Pokemon in the PokeType League does hold a Leopard Berry as we get a Brick Break, and it's super effective on Houndstone, who actually takes that hit really quite well. It's a Titan though, with a stab boosted Frost Breath here onto Serena, gets the critical hit there. Serena is going to respond though with the Gastro Acid onto that massive Titan, whose ability does get suppressed here, but Houndstone now looking to follow up for its side with the Iron Defense. Houndstone going to boost that 100 base defense that it already has. Annihilate though with the Shelter, with this Steel type move, is going to boost its own defenses here, looking to match Houndstone there. It's a Titan though with the Strength Sap, taking that strength away from Serena, who has that 120 base attack fitting in really nicely with the fighting types there. And a bit of Malice now from Serena onto Titan. It is going to lower Titan's attack stat there, as well as Houndstone with the double edge, but it goes for Annihilate, which will not affect it. It is part Ghost type, sorry, as Annihilate with the Bug Bite onto Titan, takes its Leopard Berry as well, proceeds to eat it right in front of it, stealing its food. That is so disrespectful. Titan though with the Earth Power now onto Serena. Serena is becoming an easy target here for the Glacado Nordics, see if they go for the terrestrialized Pokemon. But first, a Lumina Crash onto Houndstone. Houndstone having its special defense lowered there a great deal, but Houndstone responding with the Infernal Parade, going for Annihilate, but it is super effective. But with the amount of damage it did, you would not have thought so, as Annihilate with the Shore Up, immediately taking itself back to full strength with that health restoring move. And now we get the Muddy Water from Titan, hitting both fighting type Pokemon. Serena's still in this matchup, but only by a thread, and going for another Lumina Crash, this time onto Titan. Titan's going to have their special defense low, but Houndstone could take Serena out. Goes for the Throat Chop instead, going for Annihilate, just a tiny bit of damage as the Magic Room does wear off. And now Annihilate with the Icicle Crash onto Houndstone, not very effective. It is going for the Ice type there, so obviously it is resisted, but the Eerie Impulse now from Titan, not finishing off Serena, instead lowering the special attack there of this fighting type Pokemon, who goes for the Hydro Steam onto Titan. Titan tanking yet another hit here, but Houndstone with the Scratch goes for Annihilate yet again with a normal type move. It is immune as a Heal Bell from Annihilate. The bell will chime, but it is going to fail. There is no one to heal at the moment, but Titan is going to go for that Judgment and will finish Serena off with that move. Clearly Serena was not successful in being judged there. The first Pokemon eliminated from this matchup is the terrestrialized Pokemon for the Saffron Power Links, but we get a Stomping Tantrum here from Houndstone onto Annihilate, and out comes Quackle for the Power Links as Annihilate still quickest on the field with the Heat Wave. It is a huge play, gets the critical hit on Houndstone and takes out both opposing Pokemon in the one turn. Titan taking out the terrestrialized Houndstone, eliminated from this matchup, and just like that, the Saffron Power Links have taken the lead as that double kick has no one to connect with on the field from Quaquaval. But out comes the pseudo-legendary Baxcalibur and Weavile for the Glissetto Nordics. Weavile with that speed immediately going for the bullet punch there onto the water fighting type, which is not very effective. Annihilate though responding for its side with the workup, not going on the offensive. Weavile though coming on the field with that 125 base speed as Annihilate boosted special attack, and Excalibur, Baxcalibur, not Excalibur, goes for a fighting type move there onto Annihilate, which will not affect it, but that Wood Hammer not very effective onto Baxcalibur as Quaquaval gets the recoil damage there. Electro Ball though from Weavile, super effective onto Quaquaval. Quaquaval actually able to take that hit a lot better than expected, but an Electro Ball of their own. Annihilate going for Weavile with that move, and now Baxcalibur with the Magnetic Flux, but that does fail. Now we have Quaquaval going for the Crab Hammer onto Baxcalibur. Not very effective, but it is trying to get rid of this pseudo-legendary. As we get an Acrobatics, super effective on Quaquaval. But Quaquaval holds on as Annihilate for its side with the Zing Zap onto Weavile, and it is a critical hit. Weavile is eliminated by the Fighting Ghost type. An Ice Punch from Excalibur onto Annihilate, but Quaquaval responds for its side with the Rock Slide, and then Excalibur holds on from that super effective hit as Cryogonal comes out for the Glissetto Nordics. Another speedy Pokemon going for their Fury attack, gets the first hit. This second hit is going to take out Quaquaval from this matchup. Cryogonal has that 105 base speed, not as quick as Weavile, but still quicker than everybody on the field. As Annihilate goes for the coil, things are slowing down just a little bit on this field, as there are 3 Pokemon taken out from the Glissetto Nordics, 2 eliminated from the Saffron Powerlinks, and Baxcalibur with the Revelation Dance onto Annihilate. But Annihilate still in this matchup as Pawmot comes out and immediately goes for the Heal Bell. This is going to fail yet again. It matches the speed of Cryogonal, so these two will be going neck and neck to see who goes first, but this time Cryogonal going second with the Water Gun onto Pawmot, as Annihilate with the Whirlpool onto Baxcalibur, and Baxcalibur holds on, but the Whirlpool trapping it in the Vortex will finish the job at the end of this turn. But first a Vice Grip onto Pawmot from Baxcalibur, but here is Baxcalibur being eliminated from this matchup by the Whirlpool. Saffron Powerlinks in clear control here as Beartic comes out as the last Pokemon for the Glissetto Nordics. A Terrain Pulse now from Pawmot onto Cryogonal. Does not do much damage as Cryogonal responds with the Substitute. It's going to cut into its own health here, but that Substitute will take its place on the field, preventing Cryogonal from taking direct damage as we get a Plain Ice now on the Substitute. I do not think that Substitute is going to mind too much, but Cryogonal still having its attack lowered. And we get a Teeter Dance from Beartic. This is actually a good play here, confusing the 2 fighting types. Annihilate could actually eliminate itself from this matchup if it's not careful. Thankfully, Cryogonal is able to avoid being confused by the Glissetto Nordics, but Pawmot needs to shake off its confusion, and it is unsuccessful, doing damage to itself here. That is always terrible to see, as we get a Blast Burn now coming from Cryogonal, and this finishes Pawmot off, taking it out of the matchup. Remember, Annihilate has been in this match since the very start. It is having a good showing, but it could eliminate itself right here. Needs to shake off this confusion and is able to. It's going to go for the Sandsear Storm, but Cryogonal with that Levitate ability, it won't affect it. It does connect with Beartic, however. Beartic taking that damage, but is going to respond with the Heavy Slam, and Annihilate is finally eliminated from this matchup, lasting over 8 minutes as Persimmon comes out for the Saffron Powerlinks, and Tauros is the last Pokemon as Cryogonal has to recharge. But we are neck and neck. It is 2 versus 2. Immediately Tauros going for the Roost, but it's already at full strength. This is anyone's game. Persimmon going for the Cotton Guard. The Powerlinks are not going on the offensive yet. Instead, Persimmon's going to boost its defenses. Beartic going for the knockoff, immediately knocking off that Leopard Berry from Persimmon. Not very effective with that hit though, but Toxic Spike's been set up by Cryogonal. This will be ineffective because nobody else will be coming out onto the field for the Powerlinks. So that is a wasted opportunity there by Cryogonal. But Tauros now going for the Wave Crash. Going for Cryogonal. This could take out the Substitute, who takes the damage, and the Substitute does fade. So Cryogonal back out on the field, will be taking direct damage if it is hit. Tauros taking a little bit of recoil damage, but here is Persimmon going for the Ceaseless Edge onto Beartic, chipping away there, and it causes spikes to scatter on the side of the Nordics yet again. Will not affect anyone coming onto the field. There's no one else but a poison jab now from Beartic onto Tauros, and Tauros is left poisoned, so it will be taking continuous damage from that poisoning. It's on a ticking clock for how long it will be in this matchup for. Now we have the Swords Dance being performed by Kragon. It is going to boost its attack greatly here. It only has that base attack of 50 though, so it's not very big, but a Vacuum Wave onto Beartic, super effective from Tauros, but it did not do much damage. Persimmon looking to follow up, going for the Volt Tackle, and this finishes off Beartic, eliminating it. Kragon is all by itself here, as Persimmon is hit by the recoil damage, and Tauros suffering from that poisoning. But this is good. It has the 2-1 advantage on the side of the Saffron Powerlings. The corrosive gas is going to corrode that Leopard Berry of Tauros. Persimmon's was already knocked off earlier, so it won't affect it. But Tauros with the Poison Sting trying to poison Kragon, and it's successful with the Poison Sting. So Tauros inflicting Kragon with the same status condition. Lunar Dance performed by Persimmon, but it is going to fail because there's no one to take its place. And here's Kragon taking the damage from that poisoning. That is not good. The Glissadonix with only one Pokemon left. Tauros taking its damage as well. It is becoming an easier target for Kragon. It could actually eliminate it here. Goes for the Poltergeist, but there's no Leopard Berries to use as we get our first time warning. And Tauros with a Lunar Dance as well. Again, it is going to fail. No one can take its place. But Persimmon now going for the False Swipe. This won't get the elimination, but gets in some good damage on a Kragon. Almost puts it in elimination range, but it holds on from that poison condition. As will Tauros, both of them easy targets. This is surely going to be Kragon's last opportunity to go for an attack. Goes for Flail. Tauros is eliminated from this matchup. But Persimmon has that receiver ability. It will change into Anger Point, taking it over from Tauros. So with that receiver ability, it takes the ball and goes for the Draining Kiss and gets the victory for the Saffron Powerlings, eliminating the Glissado Nordics, giving the Ice types 2 straight losses to kick off this season. That is not how they want to start things. And they are going to want to look to redeem themselves next round when they take on the Levia Candy Hearts. But the Fighting types with 2 victories in a row put themselves up in the 2nd place on the leaderboard here. And next round they will be facing the Striaton Greens. I cannot wait for that matchup. These 2 sides are headed in absolutely different directions on the leaderboard. But Nidorinas and Nidorinos, thank you so much for watching. Let us know in the comments below who you thought was the best on field. If you enjoyed what you saw, please leave a like, share, subscribe, but more importantly, always remember, you are awesome, and I'll see you when you see me.